Hello, benvenuti al Gran Premio d'Italia. The Grand Prix of Italy, the Italian Grand Prix. We're here. Autodromo Nazionale di Monza. We're here then for what is set to be an extremely quick session. As you can hear, Matt making funny noises again. Matt, welcome. Maffio, welcome to Monza. And what can we expect? We have got the return of season 18 champion Vera Bruno Will. We've got a few drivers that you know from EQR back in the day. And we've also got RAV Drive DX as well, who just cut across the track. That's going to put on record. Matt, what can we expect from this Grand Prix?
I'm expecting, well, Monza's Monza, so expecting a lot of action. Just gotta hope we don't find getting into too many DRS trains. If everyone can spread out a little bit and have their own little single battles, that'd be an amazing race. But if we get a bit of a train coming up with DRS, it can be a bit of an issue. It's overtaken if too many people are slipstreaming each other. Yeah. But we'll see.
Yeah. Obviously, we've had KTF E Filippi and KTF E Apazin. They've had a few tough races recently. What can we expect from them? Because they are very good. They've got some more fellow countrymen from Brazil in the lobby, so they've got some support there. What have you made of their season so far? Felipe currently leads these standings.
Well, it's obviously having just a bit of a bad run. I mean, everyone has a bad run sometimes, a bit of bad luck for a couple of races, but I'm pretty sure they'll pick up. I know they're quite good on those,
yeah,
so I'm confident they'll come back.
And Felipe, of course, does lead that Drivers' Championship. Okay then, in the party we've got Arjun Samra. Sorry if I pronounced that. Hello, welcome to Monza. I can't use your audio. I'm going to give you a quick interview. So obviously last week in Budapest we've had that incredible strategy, very good there from the Red Bull crew. Well, most of you, but yeah, you get what I mean. We're here in Monza. You currently lead the top of the qualification here. Yeah, what you're hoping for here today, and what you're hoping for tonight in Italy? Are we going to see you win again?
Well, just being as confident as I can, to be honest. Even if the pace is not there, I'm going to show the best that I can do, give it my all, and I'm just hoping for a top 5 finish. That's the minimum that'll set my bar today. But yeah, I'm just going to give it my all, hope for the best, and yeah, hopefully we'll have a good race.
Okay. Obviously, there are a few new drivers here tonight. There is a very competitive grid. Who do you see as your main rivals for the season?
Well, this is where last week's race sort of didn't fall into my hands. Yes, the win was great, but I sort of used Budapest to see who I would be against, and the drivers that I'd be fighting on track the most, who to fight, who to not to fight, and unfortunately, just towards the end of the race, I couldn't fight anyone just because of how much stress on my tyre was. But yeah, right now, no rival with anyone. I'm happy to battle anyone. But yeah, no one so far. But I'll probably, hopefully, use this race to find that out today.
Okay. And will we be seeing any wet running tonight?
Well, the radar is suggesting rain, but I don't know personally. It looks it's like this. Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but there might be rain. I'm not sure.
Interesting. Well, we'll find out on lap 1 of the Italian Grand Prix. Okay then, Arjun, thank you, and I hope to see you on the podium again tonight. That could well be a good string of interviews you've had.
Cheers, thank you.
Torzin goes into P number 2 then. He's on a 20.1. Like you said, they've got to get themselves back up to the order, and they're definitely doing that here in Italy. What have you made then of Arjun? Because his strategy in Hungary was absolutely sublime last week in Hungary.
Yeah, you do it at the right times, hit at the right times, use the right tyres. Well, nothing much I can say really. And then he was able to have that gap under the safety car to pit again for themselves into as well, leading positions, and use those intermediates to pull away against other people's more warm intermediates. So it was just a bit of a hit and then guarantee solidifying that victory.
Definitely. Well then, Rain's on a lap then. Rain has not had the best of seasons so far, so it'll be good to see what he can get up to here in Monza. Sem's also started a lap. He's looking pretty strong around here as well, Matsu. You know, it's very, very competitive grid. It's very close now compared to what we've seen a few races ago, and compared to it now, as Sem goes past the 19 champion Brunel on his return with that. It's a lot closer than what we expect, really. Well, no, we always expect effectiveness. I mean, compared to what we've seen previously. And Sem's gone over the curbs and he's going into the wall, Matt. He's lost his front wing.
Yeah, the curbs are really going to hurt you this game. I saw Bruno Will a couple of times. I think I saw him 2 consecutive laps he did, and he went through a scarry and got on a bit wide. He got a bit missed, didn't use much inside curb with the first left-hander, a scarry, and then run wide to the right-hander and ended up cutting it. So it's quite difficult around here to try and navigate perfectly with all these streams.
I remember before the race I was talking to Mark, who's currently retired from the race. He was talking about how he feels the update has meant that you can't actually go over the curbs. And SK's in the 119s. It's a 119.875 for the Williams driver.
I was on board with that the whole lap, so I got all of it.
There you go. Well, I don't know if that's going to be pole, but it's definitely good. It's 3 tenths quicker than Arjun at the moment. Jackson on a lap then. Into our ZM. ZM, I can't read today.
Piston.
Well, he said call him Jack, so I'll call him Jack.
Oh yeah, but I now say Piston.
Oh.
And I'm first got Piston.
That was a bit squirmish out of the...
was knowing about the curves.
Not the Rastafia chicane. What chicane is that called? Just the second chicane?
I think pretty sure that sounds about right, but I don't know myself.
Lesmo 1 and Lesmo
right.
2. We can't call it what we usually call it in the STB parties because that's inappropriate. Jack then goes to 10 up into a scarring now, one of the most iconic corners on the circuit and on the calendar. Down the straight then to Parabolica.
Despite that second chicane mistake,
I don't think it's called Parabolica no more. It's called the Alboreto curve or something like that.
Something like that. I still want to call it the Parabolica because it's just iconic.
Went round Alboreto then, I don't know that's the name, but everyone knows what we're on about. Down the straight then, is it going to be a 19? No, it's 20.1, but it puts him up into P2 there.
That mistake cost him about a 10th or so, so he's got more time to find out.
I've been supporting Arthur here this week. I've been giving him some encouragement. You know me with my Brazilian reindeers. Been down out of the Rastafia chicane through to the Blanche. Of course, he puts in that grand there. It's not Italian, Grange. It's not Italian. Just under a 10 foot then in the first sector. Yellow flags in the second. Navigates second chicane. Welcome up to the Lesmos now. I always find it hard on traction here. And I use medium, so I can't even imagine what it's like for these drivers. Take the DRS then.
It's all about finding the right time to managing that accelerator pull and just finding the right setup as well can also make a big difference.
He's not on it though. He's not. He's actually slower than SK. SK's on charge here in Monza.
Very, very close in validating it out of the score rate. Got away with it.
That was definitely on the limit there from Arthur. Bruno will only P6 at the moment.
Oh, I think he turned in a bit early there, Arthur. He had a bit of turned a bit out of the corner a little bit. I'll see him like that on the off.
Is it going to be a 19 for the Brazilian? Yes, it is, but it's only P2. Pikey, what a lap from him.
That is a really good lap by
Pikey. The main reason why I did get Pikey in tonight is because I know that Monza and Imola are his 2 best circuits. So
yeah, I mean, I remember racing him I think it was last season. I remember Brazil.
Yeah.
He was. I think I'm very slow at Brazil, but he was behind me. So that way his pace has come from compared to what I was seeing back when I was in Team 1 last season is extraordinary compared to what he was.
Yeah, I think Monza is just a really good track for him. The player then is on a lap. We've gone second Lesmo using outside curb. DRS is enabled. He goes under the old 1950 layout, such an iconic circuit that was, and he's up by half a tenth.
If it's over half a tenth, he's already going for P1 already, so...
Huh?
This could be a point. If he's up by half a tenth now doing the player, then he's already going for maybe a 0.7.
Half a tenth.
This could be a
not half a
strong
second, half a tenth.
That's what I'm mistaken.
He's in the pit lane.
Not instance
Anyway.
of his. It's half a tenth wasn't enough. They were getting about 2 places with that. But it seems like the first to get back to the pit.
Very close at the moment. Very close.
It is Monza. There's obviously only a couple of places where you can really lose time. I think that's quite a lot to be honest.
Matt,
But
thank you
if you
for always, you know. Right, here we go then. DJ Danny, he said
Sorry.
that an Alpine is going to win tonight.
Yeah.
And that was when he thought that he didn't have a teammate. So this is going to be interesting to see. He's definitely confident around this Monza circuit now.
ABS doing an absolute treat through there.
Yeah,
And he comes out of...
we don't talk about that, man. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about using ABS and negative light.
for the P's out. He's retired the pit lane.
Section. So
In the pit lane.
I mean, he thinks well.
Danny. Oh, Danny's hit the curb at the chicane. He tried. You can't use that the left curb and left hander anymore. You can't do it. You have to take it properly. If you do, you end up just bouncing. That's exactly what he did, and it put him bouncing slightly and put him wide, and completely ruined his lap.
Right,
So,
Matt,
yeah,
we've had the first runs now from everyone, apart from obviously Fiorino, but...
Well, I think we've had most of the last one.
Also, sorry Matt, you was actually right. Fiorino is actually called Fiberin. That's his actual name. The 6 is just there as an add-on, so you was actually right calling him Fiberin. I'm so sorry.
This whole time.
The whole time thinking, because I know Portuguese, I think I know how to say his name. It wasn't right.
The 6 is just there as a number. The Boomerang is actually always cool.
Yeah. Here we go then, Jack there. I only found out that yesterday. Jack found out then, through to turn 1. Viewers, if you don't know who Jack is, it's his currently P4 and he's Williams. He's turning into the league.
Jack.
Obviously did race in Tier 2 last season at Russia. And then we haven't seen much from him. Nearly a 10th up.
It wasn't last season, it was 2 seasons ago.
Well, whatever season it was. He raced at Russia and then had to, unfortunately, leave through the first Lesmo. Second Lesmo very committed onto the inside curb there. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll just shout and hope it sounds
Hope
good.
for the best.
Okay. Half a second up in the first section.
And
He's
he's
validated.
cut the scar. Yeah, it's so easy to do.
Right,
Just turn a bit too
Argen's
early.
on a lap then, Matt. We definitely have a lot of support for Argent.
Trying to fish for everyone else and see if anyone's still on lap. I think everyone else is kind of like
Down in the first sector.
Easy down on another lap. So we have to switch off P to our ring. Got a little bit of slipstream there. Might gain a couple of
He's a second down on pole, so we need to try and get a good lap in. Oh, and Argent's had a big tank lap on at Lesmo 2. Don't think this is going to be.
Danny up to the line. Danny's on a 0.4, and it's only he's only 6 minutes off pole. Yeah, he's down in P13.
Oh, and Argent
It's stupidly close.
crashed it on the curb there. He's out of qualifying.
Everyone's also out.
On a lap at the moment now. Is this going to be
also
pole
out.
position? You've got Kaiki coming. We've got 2 drivers off. That's Bieber Ridge.
Oh, it's another tie round. Arjak is Andre, whatever we call him. Arjak is also round at Ascari. Ferrari up at Ascari. That was super brilliant. Oh, and he's off again. So watch out because there's a lot of cars coming through there. Probably was.
Yeah, I think they had to collision him and Bieber in.
The player was down in the second sector.
Kaiki, what
He's getting
a
time back.
What a qualifying. This is what I'm talking
And
about.
Ermine's just on P3.
And
with
Bruno
0.9.
Real is going to start all the way down in P9. He's declared that his lap.
He's done that. This is the 3rd time I've seen him do that at Ascari. 3rd time I've seen him. He's not like Ascari at all. He's got to watch out for that in the race because Belton's going to be a madness of running.
Kaiki people, watch out for Kaiki tomorrow. And the Ply Raptors come pretty quick there. Okay. Okay,
I
Matt.
told you pit stone was told you pit stone was definitely tier 1.
Well, okay, I didn't know, did I? Well, hopefully you can show us. Mine then out of nowhere goes P3, but I'm very, very interested to see. I don't know, but Drive then, ARV Drive DX, down in P13, I expected more from him there. Okay then, Matt, your grid, very close actually. I am liking the look of how close it is here in Italy. We're in for a great race here, Matt. On pole then is SK45. He's going for that championship lead. He's going for that, you know, that fight for the championship. His rival standing P16. Second is Apazin. Third, mine. Fourth, Kaiki. Watch out for him tomorrow. Fifth, Jack. Sixth, Supply Raptor. Seventh is Arjun Samra. Eighth, the player. Ninth, BR Bruno Will. 10th, I love saying that. 10th is STB. Semike, Alfie, Andres Sejek, Drive DK, DJ Danny, Rain, Felipe, Fiberin, and Mark will round up the grid on his STB debut in P18. That is your grid then, Matt, for the Italian Grand Prix, live from Monza. Yeah, I forgot that.
A little bit of insights from the.
I was about to say.
Inside in the chat.
I was about to say Imola. I don't know why I was about to say Imola, but yeah.
Just an insight on the chat though. Jack, I think he tried on the second lap on his tyres, on the one he's on his fastest lap on, and then I think he made a mistake, and he's now apparently on 80% sauce, which I don't think sound bad.
Okay.
But obviously, I think
other maps are room for interesting race.
Strategy around here, I believe, should be soft to medium. Should be. Like, I can't guarantee it because I haven't done a race around here yet. Oh, and STB has left the session. Lovely. Has STB disconnected? I do not know. He's not talking to the party anymore, so I'm left by myself for the start of the formation map. And he's gone for the party. Instead of his usual little internet cutout, which happens every now and again. Yeah, luckily I am the host, I am now in the streamer, so luckily the stream carries on. SK leading the way, right down in P16 formation, what's going on there. But we have got a great race coming up now. We've got Bruno Will starting all the way down in P16, P9. Bruno starts. What we normally see, it's quite live. I think there's a lot of drivers in here. So it's going to be a difficult, pretty hard game.
Can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you, Melvin.
Okay, just randomly kicked me out of the lobby.
Make sure you connect to your audio, just in case.
It connected, yes.
Make sure you take it off and take it back on again, because sometimes it happens. Sometimes, remember, you keep joining back to the party and you're not actually saying anything on the stream for the rest of the race. So, just de-include your audio and re-include it. Okay, I will send you another game. Right? So coming around the Scarry. Should be able to get in because, well, no one's joined. So, should be in time. Still come round. Parabolic.
Can you?
I can hear. I'm not checking the stream right now. My phone's like 50%, so I'm not turning that back on. But regardless, we've got Arthur, who's the first one to queue up.
Okay, it's not actually letting me join. It's not letting me join the session at the moment.
Maybe because on the formation level, that shouldn't make a difference anyway. But we're coming to queuing up. I'm going to send you one more invite. Restart the game if you haven't.
About to join the session. This is very weird.
Restart your game if you haven't, Mally.
Well then, Matt, you're going to
No,
take
it
us
doesn't
through the
work.
restart then.
Yeah, SK's all the way back. He was back in like P16 on the formation lap, and he didn't ever take anyone back through. Probably because he didn't want to crash into anyone on the way. But we are getting ready now. They are all queued up. It's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go. And it's a good start by SK. Arthur Tenzin has had a poor start. We've got a good start by my Kaki's off to Jack. Green Will's getting 2 places already. It's going up to turn 1. We're hoping any more crashes. There's a ghosting Alfa Romeo. And there's some collisions going on. Some bit of cheese grating. Alfa Romeo is still ghosting. So Pyraptor has is finally out of Ghost, and it's been actually a clean start. Mark is still down in last, not sure what he's doing all the way back there, despite starting last. I'm not sure he gained lost much time, but it's a very clean start, and that's exactly what we wanted. And somebody called BG Bull Beast has joined, and that might be the reason why Maldi couldn't join. With these, I can't do that right now because it's currently lap 1. It's been a clean start. Bruno Wells getting a couple places now, gaining 3 places now. Bruno Wells from P9 up to P6, been a great start by the Mercedes, or the Brazilian. As we come round the last corners, Pistem is up the inside of SK, up the inside of his teammate. They're going side by side. Absolutely amazing. We made the move stick. He's got to get this done before DRS now. He's in the slipstream with Arthur's in, and he's really using that overtake to his advantage, getting the slipstream. But watch out, SK is all back behind him again. S10 is going to take. Is he going to go inside of Arthur's in? He's got the inside for turn 1, so the latest of breakers. Oh, and he's getting at each other. They've had contact. Oh, they'll watch out for that front wing because there's definitely some good contact through there. But it's now side by side. Jack. The pit stem has taken the lead. He's going to use a lot of overtake to guarantee to solidify that position, and he's taking the lead. He will not be punching the hole for everyone else in slipstream, but he has taken that track position. He's gained 4 places on his start, and he's hit the gravel, but he has taken the lead. And some shuffle going on. We've got Semi K going up the inside of the player around Lesmo 1. Oh, and there's contact. And the pass is onto the gravel, and the side by side from Lesmo too. And Semi K with a massive slide, and now Arjen is trying to go past Semi K. The player has to back out. Arjen is now looking to get past his teammate now. He's going to gain 2 places in the space of a sector, and he has. What an amazing overtake by Arjen. Absolutely took advantage of that battle and whispered in his way through. And I just want to try and quickly get Maldi back in. I'm not sure what he's doing. Now, yeah, so equal Pistem, my fellow friends and former owner side member. But now it's going to be 3 wide. Go get a turn 1 on that 3. It's 3 wide. Who's going to back out? And it looks like it has to be SK's going to back out. Pistem has the outside. He's going to get pushed off here, but he's going to make the corner. But he's going to squeeze it. Oh, McLaren's the circuit, and then McLaren. Arthur loses 3 places. Arthur is off the track. Arthur is round. There's somebody else's track that's Archie round as well. It's all going wrong. There's another car track that's also Kaki's off as well. I can't keep a voice. My voice has gone really high pitched. I can't keep track of what's going on. There's absolutely insane battles. There's lots of this glitches going to happen now. And it's absolutely insane right now what's going on. 3 wide of turn 1 just not go. Arthur's is now down to 17th. Kaki's now down to 18th. Arjun is down into 16th. It's been a terrible, terrible start for them. And it's been a great start. The great battles though. Ah. Insanity. Piston still has the lead on SK. SK got to get back. Jack's used a lot of overtake. He's got to be careful. Piston, he's got to be careful. Didn't use too much overtake because SK's got almost more than double what we got. Arjen has retired at Ascari, and there's a virtual safety car. I don't know if anyone's going to pit. Should be able to join now, but they should be able to join because somebody joined and then left. I don't know why you shouldn't. It should be able to join. but Jack still has the lead. It's only a virtual, so this actually gives Pitstem a bit of time to generate some overtake. He did have a bit of a disadvantage in an overtake. He used a lot during the start to get in back into P1. Just want to end, but it's been Bruno Wills up into P4 after all that. A great start, and now we're back going again. So far this race, Eco Pitstem has gained 4 places, Bruno Wills gained 5. Carefully, Felipe has gained 8 places, but it's been a terrible start for Arthur Zen. He's talking about how much bad luck he's having, and he's having more bad luck this race. Seems just not going away. He's not losing that bad luck, he can't shake it off, and he's down into P16 because of that, and so is Kaki, both in good starts. And drops all the way to the back of the grid. Luckily they're not hit stop behind. And it looked like they had been damaged. Slow, so he's gaining a lot there. I can see on the map. But on the way, SK is getting past Jack. Just no point with the DRS. But you can watch out for Aston Martin, but Ermine's looking to get through as well. And Ermine braked early, decides to back out of that. Can't keep up right now, need a second commentator, but unfortunately he's having troubles trying to get back to the game. As such, Ferraris are going side by side, EQR, Rain and Vibrant. Vibrant has to yield. At the back of the grid, jump back to the front. SK keeps the lead for now. I think that might be the best place for the back to be right now. It's behind SK. Staying is literally around DRS, but make sure they don't fall too far behind. In Monza, it's so important to lose that DRS, because lose that DRS and then you make your life 10 times easier. As you won't be given any more DRS, which means they can't keep up with you. There you go. P7 got DRS, just closes back a couple of tenths, getting that time back. Off. Be careful, it's very risky on these track limits. Just an overtake, just to get that gap back down again. Back down to 8 tenths, just to make sure that he stays in that DRS, which is very, very important. Now got into two small trains. The Supply Raptors struggling to keep up with the rest of the leaders. Sorry, not Supply Raptor, it's Alfie. On the Alpha Mouse, FK sets the fastest lap of the race. Jack has DRS, and so does Ermine, but there's no point overtaking when somebody else got DRS or a Monza. You're just all maxing out, and you can't really gain much of an advantage. An overtake's only going to give you an extra couple of miles an hour, which is enough to make an overtake. Jack a bit fastest lap of the race at the back of the grid there. As RAV Drive has gone all the way down to the back of the grid. I'm not sure what happened there. Filtered through. It's currently a Williams 1-2. I don't think anyone said that in about 20 years. So I'll filter through the two Lesmos. And there's a Ferrari off. There's EQR Rain. He's off at the second chicane, and he looks like he's got away with damage. I don't think he's really happy with that. Again, maybe a bit of collisions, maybe with Vibrant or something. He was fighting him earlier. Two Ferraris don't seem to want to be doing some surveillance of it or Leclerc Brazil 2019 stuff. That's something you want. Emma is very, very aggressive and pissed and uses an overtake, so is Jack. Jack seems like he needs a bit more downforce from what I see. Emma has the ice line. Jack's under fire from the Aston Martin. Jack will get DRS himself, but Emma's using that overtake button. Made that move early. He's not going to give up. Getting a lot on SK right now. Oh, you're going to hit the back of him. It's a bit of a tap there. A bit of a love tap. As they squeeze through. Watch out. They don't want to use that time move. In fact, there are now a second down in SK. This is absolutely massive for SK. As Argent leaves the session, as that's his race over, unfortunately. But I need to get back within 1 second of SK. It's so important to get back in that DRS. Otherwise, he's under big threat from Pestem and everyone else behind him. He needs to get back in that DRS. He needs. He's had a good couple of Scar and Lesmos here. He's got himself just about within DRS. Barely. I mean, barely. Use that DRS just to catch up a couple of tenths. He's going to have a good chicane here, good Ascari to keep that speed, to keep within DRS, to keep Piston behind. Everyone else being all sitting calmly in P4. Wow. What a start we've had. And then there's an Alfa Romeo after that is Alfie is retired, he's crashed it. Scary, is there going to be a safety car? There is. Safety car is out. I think people will definitely be pitting now. Probably pitting for the hards. Jack, is he going to pit? He's going to have to. He is. He is going to pit behind his teammate. Why is it? He's backing up purposely to hold everyone else. He's hold up Bruno Will. Definitely held up quite a few people there. And Tim McKay's got a 5 time penalty for collision with Arjek. Not sure what caused that. His time has timed this somewhat decently. Oh, and there's a front wing change. There's a front wing change. So Jack was running some damage there. So he's going to lose a lot of time with that front wing change. He's dropping back now down into P12. So that's going to hurt him long term. Let's try and get Mandy back in. Really trying to get him back in. Trying everything I can to get him back in. My voice is going. I can't commentate myself for too long. Otherwise my voice tends to go. KTF Philippe will now lead on the hard tyres, I believe. Medium, sorry. I mean the hards. When I mean the hards, I mean the mediums. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, the medium runners have decided to stay out. Vidrin's going for the hards. He doesn't think those mediums can last that long. But we'll see how it goes on. As now, it's going to be interesting to see what we're going to do as hards. Not too bad compared to the mediums. Give them a bit more life towards the end, but also give them a little bit less grip. But if you can make them work, definitely help him on the longer term. Pete continues to lead the way. Medium runners are not pitting. There's a Ferrari, I think. Oh, it is a Ferrari dip into the pits. That is Vivian, who decided to get rid of those softs of mediums, that's hards again. And Sonny K, I believe, is back in the pits to. I don't even know from this. I don't think understand mediums. Given an extra lap off, he's going to take his 5-second penalty. Get rid of it by doing so. Well, the best way to get rid of it. Not going to lose any time by doing so. And Rin is back through. Martin.
Well, I think we are back now.
Are you in?
I'm in the lobby. I'm watching Felipe P1.
Oh, that is brilliant because my voice is about to go after all that action.
I am the shout out of the F1 community. Don't you worry, I'm back. I'm ready.
There's so much action. It was 3 wide sessions of times. The top 3 was 3 wide at some point. So, shows how much action has been. Been well, I think you believe it or not, P3 now. Pits had a bit of damage with a front wing change. And had a bit of a delay getting behind his teammate. So that's why he's down in P11. It should really be about P7 right now.
Interesting, okay. Arjun and Alfie retired.
Arjun crashed at I think he had a bit of a collision. I think he had a bit of a collision earlier on, and then crashed at Ascari. So yeah, and then Alfie also crashed at Ascari as well.
The safety car is in this lap, Matt. So Felipe is going to lead the cars. I think he's going to be very happy with this. His sort of lead out will be leading the Italian Grand Prix. He's got Danny behind him. Danny's very aggressive, as we know. So we'll see what he can do after his safety car restart. You have a rest now, Matt. Arjun is talking. Felipe's gone then. He's bolted on a restart. Here we go. This is what we're doing right now. You're not Matt talking. This is what we need right now. Yeah, thank you, viewers. Okay then, in a pretty bad start there for most of these drivers. They've lost a lot of time off this restart. They're going to the slipstream with Felipe now as they go down. So one Felipe's going to go defensive. So he's going to move to the inside line, but he can't get the move done. And that's Felipe still in P1 there. I think he has to pit again, doesn't that?
Who does?
Felipe.
Yeah, the top 4 do. The top 4 on 9 pole mediums.
And Nos
Everyone else
has
on fresh one.
Nos has spanned out of the coming on, he's gone. He's messed that up. He's down in P16 now, 7 15. They're back together, and we've got live on the back of our cars in.
Philippines made a mistake, and Danny's going around the outside for the Lesmo.
And Danny's got the move, back on the inside. Danny!
It's not done yet, still going inside. Oh, another touch! But he does take the lead. There's no DRS yet, so Philippines can't charge his way back through so quickly. But there was a mistake by Philippines. The second chicane.
Yeah, it's going to be very... Oh, and Mark made a mistake! Mark got the 30 second one right now. And Danny's been overtaken again by the dive on the inside. This is incredible. This is what we expect from the upper Brommer nationality what we want. SK now in the pit stream of Rain, and Danny's in the pit stream of Felipe, pushing off. Mark's in the pit lane now.
Oh, that's very, very close. Danny there, close behind Philippe, wrong McLaren.
Yeah. And SK's got the move going, and I believe SK's already made that pit stop he has. He is.
Yeah.
In command.
It's going to be a stretch. It's definitely going to be a stretch doing 20 laps on those tyres, but I'll see.
20 laps on. I don't know the strategy, so I can't even comment.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know the strategy either, but normally it is soft, straight to mediums. But the 20 laps is going to be a little bit stretched. A couple of the safety car, but still quite a distance on those mediums. I don't know. He had a spin earlier, which put him down, and he pitted as well. So.
I can't see from the camera angles because they're very bad. Oh, then Rain's in the spin stream of SK. SK is good at that, he's got that advantage. Right, so we're going to have to wait for that all-important DRS.
Maybe enabled this lap.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's going to go after now. Overtake mode is enabled for Rain. He's on a charge. Talking of charge.
Mine.
We've got Jack on a charge as well.
Mine on the inside of Rain. And he's got the move done.
That is
very
crucial.
quite
Now,
simple. Quite easy.
Now he's on the same strategy as SK, of course. And they're in net in now. He's battling that net in one.
Rain is holding mediums, just can't fight it.
When
doesn't have the bit of extra grip that Eamon does.
How long
Like 20 laps, max. But I would expect them to pit around lap 17, lap 18.
Oh, there's been a crash. Fiorina.
Andrek. Was it Fiorina? Only damage.
Fiorina, maybe he wanted to turn.
SK up alongside Danny into the sky chicane.
Yeah, you don't want to
pull up.
overtake Danny. You just won't run. And now Erdogan's going to get the run on him. And Rain
Philippe's got a 2.3 second lead.
Really happen, Felipe. This is what Felipe needs for that championship. It is kicking
what
off
Danny
in
does
Monza,
last.
and Danny's going round the front of the Rain's in the back of Irvine. Getting involved in this. I bet he's not used to being in P6 in STB before, and now there's going to be a run to the curtain, and Danny's been absolutely mugged. He's been left for the shit, and Irvine takes second place. Rain takes fourth. SK's on the inside. Rain hits the back of Irvine. SK is second. Irvine fourth place.
Look at all these cars, man.
Bruno sent us a player and we got Raptor there.
Oh, the Ferrari's been put into the wall. He's on the track. Got put into the wall there. Oh, here you go. How?
Right.
Danny's one of the people who can make or break your race, and he's made Philippe's race. With those worn mediums, he's got that little bit of gap to pull away and trying. I mean, yeah, he's on more worn tyres, but he's got that gap.
And Bruno Will's trying to get past Danny here. Not able. And
Yeah, they've all got slipstream, but they've also got a better exit
it
here.
looks like Jack has got damaged.
Not the first time he had it damaged. I didn't even realise he had damage until he pitted. So it must be minor. It might have more minor damage now.
Yeah, he's got yeah.
So it's risk gone poor to damage.
You see it on the
Porter's
front
bad
wing.
now.
Here we go then. And Irvine alongside SK, this is for the next P1 of the race now. And Irvine takes the position on SK. Very squirty from the exit, all kicking off behind him as well. As you've got... Oh, and Arvin's been taken out by Tim! Oh no!
Main braking marker wasn't broken. The wings seem to be ripped off as well. Piston back in the pits again.
Arvin's been so unlucky all season. So we said they've come together on the exit of turn 1. Danny is side by
Mark is
side
round as
now
well.
with the Raptor, coming through the first race mode, and it's the yellow flag in sector 1.
Alright, just getting past Danny. Danny's got nothing to ask. Yeah, he's got these running out low on the OS, so you can't use it anymore as he wants to. He can't rain, he's got a penalty, it's going to hurt him later on in this race. So easy to get a bit cheeky on the front around the circuit. Go flags, that's mode 2.
I don't know if Arthur's got damage, I don't know if you can see that.
I don't see any visual damage. Looks like he's struggling now. He's hugging the right hand side, he does.
Yeah,
He's
here
into
we
the
go
pits.
then in the pit. That's so unlucky for the McLarens down a
And
part.
he's bending the
It's
pit lane
gone
as
from
well.
bad to worse once again.
Tired as well.
So unlucky, and 7th in the pits as well. Yeah, it's just been a disaster this season for Arthur.
Well, we say that, it's bleeding championship.
No, that's
Beyond-
believed to leave.
That's the other.
That's believed to leave in the championship.
Alright. There's another chance. Sammy Cage left the session.
The party. I mean, it's definitely the party up front.
Oh! Driver's out at the second chicane. He's going to need a safety car. It might be get away with a new safety car. If he did with a new safety car, they'll make Philippi's race, that would, but unfortunately there isn't. But Philippi's keeping that 3-second gap right now as everyone else is fighting. It's exactly what he needs. It's closing up into that time to the point where you want to put those softs on, maybe in the next couple of laps or so. Maybe around that 17ish, 16, 17, 18, around that time. I think probably best time to pit. You can do 20 laps in the 7 metre mediums, but you are a bit stretched at that point. SK making a move on there, Mike. And quite an easy move in the end, but we've also got Haas, the players looking inside of rain. Quiet again. As Andreas gets past Amphibian at the back there for P9. And he's in the pits for his soft, quite early pit stop. Okay, he's back in the pits again. Or his AI. Drive has left the session.
Danny's definitely now got clear air, setting in those laps now.
Yeah, but he's going to be 16, 17 seconds behind now. And he's out of DRS. So it's going to be difficult for him to catch back up.
Obviously, Matt,
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean that because everyone else is slipstreaming everyone else. So there's some people that are just slightly slower can keep up, but obviously naturally it hurts him to catch up with slower people because they're hitching behind the faster people. But then again, all these drivers are probably very equal in pace anyway, so I can't really say much. Oh, that Ferrari's taking a wide line. Isn't it? Bruno Will in 4th place, not quite the podium positions right now. As saying that, Philippi Pitts.
Yeah, he's had to react to Danny.
17.
He's had to react to Danny.
Yeah. Well, it's that time to pit anyway. To say about 10 laps on the softs. Danny's still not even at parabolic yet. It's just coming through now. It should be comfortably ahead. I don't have a very good memory.
doesn't he?
I've always known it Parabolica, so it'll probably take me about 4 years to render Alberta.
I mean, I only knew it was called Alberetta.
Oh, and that's wide by the player. That's a bad line, but luckily it's not really somewhere you can really lose too much positions by it.
I feel sorry for.
He's done. He's got a tennis time penalty for extreme corner cutting.
Oh no, what's he done there?
He cut the first chicane.
Why is he?
I think he's got the. I think he's gone wide at turn 1. This is where he's done it. I think he's gone up penalty.
Oh, Danny.
I think he's raging now. Danny, I think he's been Danny and destroying his own time, his own race. He's trying to create a safety car. This then goes past him. Ermite will have DRS on SK. Bruno will have DRS on Ermite.
Oh,
Bruno Roll's going to try and make a move here. Bruno Roll's on the move, Baldy.
Oh, here we go. This is what we're talking about in the pit lane. Here we go.
Oh, there's the touch. It's the back of Ermite.
Lane doing the slipstream. Oh, and Beaver Ring happening into turn 2. He's
They're fighting way too hard to the point where they're losing so much time.
throwing out power.
Yeah.
They've had a good little ding-dong battle so far. We're going to see what people can do tomorrow in Tier 2.
Danny's trying to get back past the piss tent on those fresh softs.
I don't know why Danny cut the corner or whatever. I don't know. He could have been very quick at the end of the race. I don't understand why he's done that.
I think it actually went straight on at turn 1 because the gap was like 17 seconds. And it's now 8.
And he's now cut the corner again. And Danny is retired from the Italian Grand Prix. Is that going to be a safety car?
Looked like it.
Low rest again for Ermine.
They're stuck behind him again. He's up to make a move.
Here we go. Is he going to go for that move?
Oh.
But this is going to help supply Raptor. These battles side by side could bring Raptor back into it, and Leapy is on the pace now. Here we go. This is what he needs to be doing.
Andres and Vibrin swap positions again. Having their own little two-way battle.
But for this championship, Matt, I do hope that SK wins this race. As much as I love Bruno Will, as much as Bruno Will be the leader for Brazil, SK's got to win. SK, realistically, with the points and stuff that's been awarded so far this season, he's the closest guy in terms of the team championship, and we always want a great championship battle. But I believe he's got a lot of time to make up, to be fair.
Looking behind SK, everyone's following his slipstream. A little snake going across the straight. They're coming through the last corner. Everyone's very wise, using a lot of astroturf on the exit. Not like he can be close enough to make a move. Not quite close enough, although he's trying to defend SK. But to get the position from now, just keep in the middle of the track. Going to hurt his line a little bit. But he will solidify that position, and Spiraptor, saying that, Spiraptor is already back behind Bruno Will again. So, he definitely closed that gap down. Kaki having that poor start. He's back in this group he was before. And mine still can't quite find a way past SK. He needs to get a good exit through the last corner, but I don't know if he really wants to gain the lead right now. Maybe he just wants to stay behind SK. But he needs to force SK to use more ERS if he wants to do that. Try and play it tactically, try and make SK use more ERS. Try and get closer to him, use that DRS to force SK to try and use that overtake. Deploy that overtake, so when he comes to the point where he does want to overtake him, hopefully on like lap 25 or lap 26, when he just comes towards the end of the race. You can use that overtake that he saved for SK doesn't have any, and use that to make the move. But looks like anyone's going to take a move now. He's using those overtake now. SK is not using any, so SK I think might just let him past it. As he does, it's an easy move for Airmine in the end. He will have the inside for turn 1, but SK's not going to make it super easy. He's kept his nose in there, and Bruno Will's not off his arse out. SK should have pulled out there. He's now giving Bruno Will a bit of a sniff too much. Both deploying their overtake like mad. SK does not want to lose his second place, but they've got Bruno Will here. Bruno Will has to back out, but he's locking. He can't move. The camera angles are shocking.
Yeah, they're really bad at Monza, aren't they? The camera angles, they're really bad.
It's all a bit side on and you can't see what's going on, and they're not high enough. That was funny. Need to be higher so you can see more. Well, the sky is quite nice. Well, -1, because you can see a bit more of the track.
Yeah, the sky is good.
Because you just with that high sort of view, so you can see all the cars train up. Oh, I liked. I haven't had a helicopter shot yet this race so far, and if I finally got one, it took 21 laps to get a helicopter shot. You can see the top 4 all scubbling around. But just enough of a gap. There's a bit of, Airmine's got a bit of a gap to SK after that little bit battle down it with Bruno Will. The shot goes, unfortunately. Well, she kept it there for the rest of the race. You can see there the podium
Yeah,
in the background.
I don't know if this was the right strategy for Felipe.
Well, he started on the mediums, and he didn't want to pit again onto set hards. So I think that's what he'd done. But obviously, naturally, that's point behind. I mean, to be honest, they'd probably been better off just pitting with everyone else and just going to the hards. Oh, SK's made a mistake at the second chicane, but he's managed to get away with it. He got a bit of gravel and a bit squiggly on that gravel, and he's held on though, just keeping within DRS from now on Airmine, but just watch out, that gravel's going to hurt him a little bit.
Yeah, it's like keeping that DRS. If he loses that DRS,
if you lose it, yeah, makes it that 10 times harder to catch back up again.
Yeah. You know, if he loses that DRS and he's gone out Bruno Will at the back of it. Kaiki's having a great race now. I actually think Kaiki could.
Yeah, he was down all the way back at the grid at one stage, and he's climbed back up here.
We can definitely see Kaiki battling that podium and tomorrow and wrap that he's spinning off the curb there, Alboreto. So that's I love that name.
So does he have his own DRS though? No, he doesn't. Sparta does not have DRS.
Oh, and Kaiki
quite easy move. As you had a flag, that's NRX Mark is retired from the session, and lap 23, or lap 22 for him, lap 23 for the leaders, is a safety car. Doesn't look like it. That's 3 cars now that have retired, and hasn't created a safety car, but he hasn't actually.
Yeah, it's just DNF.
He's just retired. Yeah, so that car's not stopped yet at all. Just coming to the stop now for the parabolic. Yeah, no safety car. Oh, she had a flag. That's Rain, I think. Rain, I think, is just banned at turn 1 and turn 2. I'm not sure how he managed that. And yeah, and Semi KO's, well, he's not been in sessions since like lap 5.
Right, sorry, SK back on the back now of Airmine.
Yeah, Airmine's used a lot of overtake and failed to do anything with it. Tried to pull away, but it's just not worked out. DRS is just too powerful to try and pull off.
Okay, there's actually no way that Kaiki is currently 5 tenths behind Bruno Will. This can't be happening right now. We are in that.
Bruno Will is getting close.
Lap of this season. As SK's in the 6-2 overtake mode, he's enabled down in turn 1. SK retakes the lead, but Airmine's back on the inside, but SK has the outside, better line, better traction.
Oh, the touch!
And he's got the move done now. Bruno Will's going to be around the outside of the Aston Martin. And then everyone's
Kaki's got past the player up.
Oh. And Bruno Will's going to take him too easy. Everyone's got to give him space on the inside to the next part.
Bruno Will's going to have a good exit though. He's going to try and stick one up the outside and then the inside of Let's Mo 1. Just no, it's back out. About to. But Kaki's now right behind that now.
Fighting. And Rain
Let's EQR Rain.
made a big mistake
And then again
there.
at turn 2, there's a virtual safety car. So just give people a couple of, just about a minute just to save some ERS here. Just regenerate some of that battery. Get a bit more punchy, ready to fight for the rest of the race.
Very hot fight, just bang the rear wheels and crashing some wall out.
And you've left the session apparently.
That is unfortunate for him.
It just says you just left the session.
It says I've just left the session.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's getting very cloudy here at the circuit of
Monza. I was about to say that
But
before we disconnected, mate.
It's getting very, very cloudy. I mean, Arden did say there was a bit of chance of rain, and maybe this is what rain that was coming, but it's going to be very, very late. If we had any more safety cars, there would have been probably been rain. We'll delay that train through now for the P. We'll have to looks like we have to stay for P7. We've lost we lost 7 cars this race. Kaki goes wide and there's second Lesmo. There won't be too many of those. Never mind. Getting closer and closer to SK, lifting off. Safety car sorts out any fuel issues that it needed to sort out. SK's got a bit more ERS to play with than Airmine, but Airmine does have DRS, but Cabrino Will's got 75% ERS, going to 80 now. Airmine only got 14, Kaki's got 60. You need 59. Let me show you reset again. Airmine's getting closer and closer to DRS, he's not using the overtake. He's too far behind to make any sort of move. Misses apex slightly, it's going to hurt him for turn 2. He's using too much curb, and Bruno Will's going to take advantage of this. He's gone past. He's already made a move on Ermine already. Before we can get to the part to the turn 3, the Grande curve, as they go. Kaki's now up into the next one, but Kaki's got no ERS left at all. He's used all of it up. There's his red light is flashing. Bruno Will takes second place, and there's no penalties to change the positions of on the grid, so wherever people finish right now is going to be how they finish in the actual session. And I think P10's going for the fastest lap of the race. Down in P10. Poor race for him in the end, but good qualifying in the start of the race. Unfortunate double damage. Coming back. Got Spy Raptor, who's got more ERS than Kaki. Kaki's now flashing. Goodbye back to seeing that as an advantage. Oh, he's on the grass trying to get around the outside. He's punted. Like a Kaki found the. I forgot what it's called already. Kaki's got no ERS at all. He's got flashing lights. He's got nothing left to use. It's going to be quite an easy move for Spy Raptor. But so Spy Raptor's also bringing out the ERS as well. Look, he's got that overdrive from that previous. Overtake he did have beforehand. He's just had a bit of extra speed and he's made the move stick for P4. Kaki's back down to P5. Kaki's not being very good on his ERS. He can't do anything with that red light flashing. He can't make any moves because he's got no overtake to play with, which is hurting him. You've got to keep it careful. You've got to time it. Don't use too much too early on, otherwise it will hurt you. Saying that, I've missed that. Bruno Will's taking the lead over SK. Bruno Will has taken the lead. They're both on exactly the same amount of ERS. SK has the DRS and slipstream on Bruno Will down to the score rate. It is the last lap of the race. I don't even realise there's too much action going on. I forgot it's the last lap of the race. Bruno Will had a poor exit. Has he? No. SK's using all the overtake he has. Bruno Will looks like he's going to hold on here. Looks like Bruno Will's going to win this race. I don't see how SK can get past now. As Bruno Will makes a mistake. And looks like Bruno Will on his return. Bruno Will on his return is going to win the Italian Grand Prix. SK comes second, Airmine third, Supply Raptor will finish fourth in the end. Supply X-Kaki will finish P5. The player will finish in a solid P6 as now it starts raining. On the last lap, Philippi crosses the line with one wheel missing. Andres will finish in a lonely P8. Everyone will finish in a lonely P9 as they broke up by quite a gap in the end. Onboard Jack is half a second up, going for the fastest lap, but it is raining now, so it's going to be a little bit slippery, but he's going for it anyway. Charging through Ascari, showing us the last lap of low fuel run. As he comes around the last corner, just get the last point. He's run out of deployment. Coming into the last one, he does get the fast lap in the end, so he gets an extra point, but unfortunately his race did not go the way he wanted it. But it was Bruno Well on his return to STB, wins the race and also gets driver of the day from starting down in P9. Absolutely brilliant race from the Brazilian. His return comes with a victory, and Bruno Will absolutely showing him why he is the best.
Well, unfortunately, Matthew, sorry, I obviously missed the closing stages. We had a great race there from Bruno Will. Don't think we're going to have any interviews tonight. So, if you just tell us, Matt, when we're into the loading screens back in the lobby, then we'll wrap things up for Italy.
Here is your results for the Italian Grand Prix in the end there. You've got Bruno Roll who wins the race by just 1/10, splits them between SK in second place. You've got Ermine P3, Supply Raptor in P4 in the end, Kaku P5, the player P6. David Pete will finish in P7 in the end, Azrael Jack will finish P8, Uber in P9, Pissed Hem at the end to get a fast lap in P10, Semi-K P11 didn't actually race half of it, and the retirements were Rain, Mark, Danny, Drive, Artisan, Alfie and Arjun Samara. As that is it for the Italian Grand Prix, and what a race that was. Some thrilling bits during that race. But yeah, that is your Italian Grand Prix.
Yeah, very unlucky for the retirement. Yeah, great race.
From the parts you could commentate.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it just really messes up my connection for some reason on a Monday. But yes, Matt, are we back in the lobby now? Or?
Yeah, we are back in the lobby, so do your thing.
Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining us as... I'm very sorry. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, for the Tier 1 Season 19 STB Italian Grand Prix live from Monza. Do join me and Bram if he's available. Unfortunately, he was tied up this evening, so couldn't make it. Hopefully, he shall be back tomorrow for the Tier 2 Italian Grand Prix, where we go racing for Tier 2. If you don't want to watch that, then you can always join us. You can always join us on Wednesday for Tier 3 Monday, because we're at Matthew then. And if you just want to watch Tier 1, in fact, if you are a committed Tier 1 fan, do join us next week for the first ever STB Emilia Romagna Grand Prix at Imola. We'll see you whenever you join us next.